Started off with a bit, now I got coin. I see where y'all going. Been poppin' since Web 1, hella hoes on Web 2. I was living a dream, now I'm on Web 3. And it is what it seems, topping the pyramid schemes, I'm telling you. I'll sell you a percentage on Nebula. Shout out to Vince, he'll set it up.
Surfing on the web and I'm shooting at 3. I've been golden when I got my G. I'm an alien boy from a different planet, yeah. So I got my drink, I'm riding in the 1920s Model T Ford. Call her Era Lord. Call me Levi, playing on the keys, boy. And I'm about to put my gloves on. If I said it, then I meant that. Yeah, I like that one, I'm about to get that. Crash that whip for the drumsticks, whiplash. I'm about to get them all. Are you with that? In a white boat, surrounded by blue. I want one, but I got a cop too. I wanna fly high in the sky, arms out wide, trying to soar from a bird's eye view. I'm on fire, Ricky, Bobby, cracking the pavement, Whitney, Bobby. I'm a Saki bomb, Hiroshima, Nagasaki. Bruce Wayne been a dog, and I keep it 101, cause I'm feeling kinda spotty. You sipping on some rock, and I'm sipping on octane. The only thing around my neck is the blockchain.
Now I got coin. I see where y'all going. Been poppin' since Web 1, hella hoes on Web 2. I was living a dream, now I'm on Web 3. And it is what it seems, topping the pyramid schemes, I'm telling you. I'll sell you a percentage on Nebula. Shout out to Vince, he'll set it up.
NFT, Twitter, blockchain. Seeing with the ghosts and we ballin' like LeBron James. Crypto. We can make a trade, get the memo. The feels not falling for the FOMO. Listening to Coffee with Captain. You know we worldwide, they loco. I ain't never gonna stop rapping. Orlando, yeah, we working magic. We rocking Ethereum entities. I just went and caught me a half base. Man, I got a shout out
Started
to
off with a bit, now I got coin. I see where y'all going. Been poppin' since Web 1, hella hoes on Web 2. I was living a dream, now I'm on Web 3. And it is what it seems, topping the pyramid schemes, I'm telling you. I'll sell you a percentage on Nebula. Shout out to Vince, he'll set it up.
Freaking the mood to choose one, but they got knowledge to move, son. I'm shocking in shades with my brother in suits. Yeah, them blues is coming. Even though it's hard to pick, eeny, mighty, mo, soda on the mix, no biting lips, it's time to go. Index number 1, no thumbs up, you gotta scroll. Looking at the ghost in studio, it's time to go. Had a helmet on by myself until I met a mask that wanted to have a face off. Had to bring my chainsaw, full tank of gas in the drive with my brakes off. I'm A1, but a different kind of steak sauce.
Welcome to Coffee with Captain, powered by ApeCoin, where we dive into all things crypto, NFTs, Web3, and cutting-edge technology. Remember, nothing here is financial advice. Early-stage tech can be exceptionally volatile and risky. So grab your coffee and join Cap and Steve for today's conversation.
Welcome to the future.
I see what it was. We're back now, I think. Check. Did you have it? Was it muted the entire time? Was it muted the entire time? It looks like randomly my phone connected to Bluetooth to my MacBook, and it threw my audio off from the wired connection through the Rodecaster into just Bluetooth to the phone, and obviously that broke everything. So we're good now. Apologies. It also muted me. No idea why it's doing that. That's a new feature. It just started doing recently. I don't know how to turn it off other than, I guess I could just disconnect Bluetooth is probably the way. But I'll play with that at a later date. There we go. Sorry, bouncing around. We are back. Yeah, muted across all video, but we're good now. Okay, we're back. Apologies. I'll keep an eye on it. If it happens again, I'll just turn off Bluetooth, and that should solve it. But now that I think we're live. We got audio everywhere. If you haven't yet, give us that like, repost, bookmark on the space. Would appreciate it. I'm not sure when I cut out, so I apologize for reiterating anything. But for those that are looking for this Boxmas mint at 10 Pacific, 1 Eastern today, that is pinned up top. The instructions from James, as well as the original tweet. They'll send out a link prior to that mint going live. Unique mint today going through basically your Amazon account. Then they'll send you a redemption code to claim in other side. I take that. I'm reading between the lines here and believe this is just a test run, testing some minting mechanics, and probably see a larger supply mint later down the road. But I'm excited. I'm excited for the Amazon. We will get the team on here in the future. Obviously, they're covered up today and won't be joining us on mint day, but look for them here maybe tomorrow, probably next week, to do a deeper dive on all things Amazon. Shout out to our YouTubers, RDL and Von Frunten, GMing over there in the YouTube chat. Appreciate you both. It was great seeing you both in Vegas as well. Hope everyone else is back and fully recovered. I feel good. I'm back to my normal sleep schedule. I said yesterday I slept through my morning workout. 2 days back-to-back days, sleeping until past 7. Very unlike me, but hit it this morning, flew up about 5:15 and back at it. It is not shoulders day today, however, Von Frunten. It was the first shirt I could grab on my way to the gym. It's getting chilly though. I had a hoodie on, and I actually got hot, so I just took the hoodie off. But if it cools back down, we may have to throw the hoodie back on. It is hoodie season here in Florida. And getting close, exciting times, a lot going on. I feel all fronts, crypto, personal life, got a few exciting things happening, and excited for kind of like what's next. I feel like all eyes on MegaETH, that pre-sale, by the way. This is let me go check. I think this is your like 50-minute warning. You've got about 50 minutes if you wanted to get into the MegaETH pre-sale. 51 minutes remain on that, and I'll pull up the stats here and show you all. If you want to talk about, there's procrastination, and then there's how I procrastinate. So there's procrastination, like normal things, like I have to do a thing by this day. I'm going to wait until that day to do the thing. Then there's things like MegaETH pre-sale where you can't just do the thing. You have to do other things in advance of the thing before you can do the thing. And I previously thought I had finished my MegaETH, my Echo, my Sonar paperwork and all that stuff. I thought I was all set up months ago. Apparently, I hit a snag. I didn't finish completing stuff. Didn't submit everything. And so, long story short, I was planning on doing the BZ pre-sale, and I missed that, or the BZ raise. When I saw it, I didn't get my stuff in time and thought it was good. Waited till last minute, did not get it. Knowing I had full fiscal time, knew I had stuff I needed to do on to complete it for MegaETH. Knew I had plenty of time. Been talking about it. Been chilling my friends, and you would not be surprised. Some of you would not be surprised to find out I started the process last night, and first of all, I was getting issues with my ID because all my stuff, I use Chris for everything, but my government name is Christopher. I don't have Christopher on anything. And so why I got hung up last time and I'd forgotten this is everything to verify my address. Like has to be something in the last 90 days. 100% of that stuff just says Chris. I don't put my government name my full government name on anything. And my mother's might be the only person on this planet that's called me Christopher, that's still living. And so anyways, long story short, had to basically go back and forth the Echo team. By the way, they're incredible. They were very prompt. As I submitted it last night, I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to miss out on this thing because it's going into like a queue, a support ticket. And I'm like, oh shit. But they got back to me very quickly. They manually verified my name. I am who I am. And then the last step was I had to submit my my tax returns, and I did that. I'll check the timestamp here. So the sale ends at 9 a.m. Eastern. I got the confirmation on my, where's it at? Your verification is now complete at 6:54 a.m. So I had 2 hours and 6 minutes to spare, getting my application or my stuff in to participate in this MegaETH sale. So I made it. We're in a little bit of sweating at the gym this morning, but shout out to the MegaETH team for getting back so quickly and dealing with my high maintenance self. So here we are. As of 49 minutes to go, the clearing price is the full 999 million. It maxed out there. The total committed currently is 1.3 billion on a cap of 50 million. So it's 26x oversubscribed, 26.6x. I'll do some quick math. 2650 was the minimum. So basically, if my math is right, anyone who submitted the minimum allocation, you'll basically get $100 worth of allocation. That's how much oversubscribed it is. The top amount, for anyone who submitted the 186,000 and some change, that will get those individuals about 7,000 in allocation. I did not submit the max. I'm not that flush with liquid dry powder, but I really this is also, I'm in the US, so it's a 12-month lockup for me, and I do get a 10% discount. That they offered that same discount to everyone locking up for the full 12 months, but we were forced to do it here in the US. I see complete your profile may increase your chances of receiving allocation. That's one thing I'll make sure I should do here before things lock up. I think I connected everything or submitted everything I needed to, but the bigger reason I wanted in this pre-sale, I have a fluffle that's going to get me more allocation than this one, because the fluffle is the full, basically the 2,600 at the earlier valuation, at like half of this. But individuals who participate in this pre-sale are going to be able to participate in their first season post-TGE. I think that's potentially where the windfall comes. If you remember Plasma, everyone who submitted even $1 into the Plasma pre-sale ended up getting rewarded with like 10,000 or 9,000 USD worth of extra tokens. I'm not saying MegaETH is going to reward anyone who participates in this pre-sale with extra tokens, but where I think that will come into play with MegaETH is post-TGE, the people who can participate in season 1 rewards. I think they may limit it to people who only hold fluffles, people who participated in the first Echo sale, or people who participated in the last Echo sale. They are really doubling down on community and those who've supported them. And so I wanted to get in and just basically participate, show my participation, and the fact that all this, I think this is where our space is heading. I think you're going to be, the more you're, like, this is our resume. This is our resume moving forward. I'm not applying for jobs. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I may, but it's not like I'm not firing off applications. If someone's looking for something, I think it's a fit, I'll DM the person and have a conversation. But if, let's say I was firing off resumes, I think more important than a resume is becoming, maybe it's not quite there yet, especially if it's not a crypto role, but I think certainly within crypto, in this space, I think your social resume, so things like your X, your ethos, your on-chain history, both in just like not just assets you hold, not just things that you've traded, not just your volume, but what things you participated in. I'm not saying that they're going to do some sell shaming to where, if you participated in a pre-sale, but you dumped it, at TGE day, you're excluded from our pre-sale. But the beauty of blockchain is if it's another third party wanted to do that, they certainly could. So long story short, being very thoughtful about what my on-chain history looks like, and what I participated in, what I haven't. And also, the other thought is it's got me thinking about, just like, and I don't know if NFT Drew's out there. I might need to pull you up on stage to get some advice here, because it's got me thinking about hot wallet utilization. Like, you can see the account I have connected here. It's a hot wallet. I use it for transacting, but I don't hold any assets there. I shouldn't say that. There's well over 10,000 assets there in that wallet, but most of them are literally worth zero. I don't hold assets of value in the wallet, fungible or non-fungibles, but it's where I transact, which is good. I think it's good for on-chain history. It's good for future, anything that looks at what I've interacted with, what I've done. If there's things like, I don't know, a OpenSea TGE that rewards transactions and volumes on their platform, or if there's a MetaMask TGE that does the same. Where I get concerned is thinking about, okay, I'm doing this now, and knock on wood, I've never had any exploits or never been compromised, had any wallets compromised thus far. But I'm not naive to think it couldn't ever happen to me. So my question is, Drew, do I just keep going with the hot wallet that I've got almost 5 years of history, or should I look at starting a new transacting wallet with a hard wallet? I don't know if you can come up and answer the question, or tell me in the chat how I should navigate this, but I just had a thought, as I think more and more that our on-chain history is going to become very important. I'm not trying to jinx myself. I'm not trying to put those thoughts out in the into the universe, but it just got me thinking, like, should I be more particular about what wallet, in particular, using a hard wallet as opposed to just a browser extension for my my main on-chain history transactions? Drew, I don't know if you got any thoughts, but, or anyone for that matter, not to single out Drew, but Drew is my kind of our go-to security and on-chain guru here. But just since we've been talking, the oversubscribed amounts went up 0.2x up to now 1.336 billion, 26.7 oversubscribed. Excited about this one. Congrats to the MegaETH team, Brad and everyone over there. And I like the process. I'm grateful to be able to participate, and I think I do. I think that this is just, we continue to see more and more of this, especially with Coinbase now, owning Echo. I think this could very well be a sustainable meta. Meta is not the right. I could see this is how fundraising goes moving forward. I think a lot of, especially those that break out, that are raising serious funds and have are building something real and of size. I think this ICO route, these public rounds, I think are we're just going to see more and more of them. So TLDR, I wanted to participate not only for MegaETH, I wanted to make sure that Echo, Sonar, and everyone looking at prior rounds saw my participation from this wallet. So if there's a future raise that says, hey, you can only participate in this one, A, if you're qualified, and B, if you participated in a round prior to this. They may never do that, but if they do, I want to make sure I'm not excluded. And this was an easy one for me because it's something I'm very bullish on and have no qualms with locking up some funds for a year. With this one at the current valuation, it's hard for me to envision a scenario where it's not at least worth the entry price 12 months from now when that stuff unlocks. That said, we got Oximus. We got Amazon Boxmas Day coming up here at 1 Eastern. MegaETH pre-sale coming to an end in 40 minutes. And curious what else is on all of your minds, what's on your plates. We had rate cut yesterday, and hawkish news from the Feds. We had markets, I guess, responding. I mean, majors are down. I don't know, man. The market is just, I don't know what we're doing. Oh, well, you know what? Let's do this. Let's get a quick market update, and then we'll segue into the next topic conversation. If anyone has anything specific you'd like to chat about today, throw it in the chat. Feel free to throw a request to come up on stage. Open stage as always. And as Steve mentioned yesterday, he's going to be out for a little bit. He's got a special project he's working on, and we'll be bringing on some guest co-hosts starting maybe tomorrow, but most likely starting next week. And if anyone's interested in that as well, shoot me DM. Let me know. We will we'll see if we can get you on here one time or another. But let's get a quick market update in. We'll talk about this rate cut and the impact, and then we'll keep things moving here. So bear with me.
The deadly market update straight to your brain. Powered by ApeCoin, no hype, just gains. Moving on 8chain, we bringing the heat. NFTs, fence alpha, never miss a beat. 8chain on top, now we bringing the flex. The home of NFTs, these now what's next? Come on, my head top, bloody body time, chop for one time.
It's time for the daily market update brought to you by ApeChain. ApeChain on top, the home of NFTs, the home of Otherside, the home of ApeChain, and today, soon to be the home of Botsimus from Amazon. Again, that link is pinned up top. If you missed it, go check that out. So we're going to start with majors today. Like I said, they did not like the rate cut, apparently, or they didn't like, I don't know what they didn't like, but we are Bitcoin down 3% to 110. ETH lost 4K. It's down to 38.93, down 3% on the day. XRP down to 255, down 4% on the day. Solana down 3% to 192. I may take advantage and buy that discount today on Solana, as I mentioned yesterday. ETFs coming online. I also saw someone filed for a Hyperliquid ETF yesterday as well. Dogecoin down 3%, Cardano down 3%. And looking at memes, it doesn't get much better except for Meme Core, the one that continues to trade inverted to the market. If anyone ever finds out what's going on with Meme Core, I'd be curious. Keeps popping, still sitting at $4 billion market cap, does volume, but I don't know anyone who's in the trade. One of those weird ones. I'm assuming it's a Cabal coin of some sort. I don't even know where's it even at. What chain is it even on? Solana? I don't know. It's so weird to me. Anyways, I digress. Any meme coin or meme core ores out there, let me know. Pepe down 4%, Pump Fund down 3%, Trump down 2% after the run up. And I'm going to have to go over Minify changed their layout here. I'm going to have to go over to OpenSea to look at NFT collections. And wouldn't you know it, we got OpenSea Farms back in live. DX Terminal leading the way on volume on the day. Hyper, Moonbirds up to 2.5% to 2.39. Apes actually bounced a little bit, up 5% to 6.87. Azuki back up over an ETH, although down 2.5% on the day. Pudgy's down 1% to 6.8. Mutants lost 1 ETH, but they're climbing back up 4% in the day. Ladies 1.3, Mochaverse 0.44, Little Pudgy's 0.83, up slightly. Doodles up 8% to 0.71. I didn't realize they had dropped below 0.7. Azuki Elementals, this blew my mind to hear they were below 0.1. Azuki Elementals now 0.1, up 5% of the day. V1 Punks 1.96. Moonbird Mythics 0.27. It gets me depressed even going down through this list. Good Vibes Club down to 0.43, up 4% of the day. I should have shared because we're pretty public here. As we mentioned, we talk about tokens we hold from time to time. I remain very bullish on Good Vibes Club. I remain very bullish on the team. I did have some listed and let both of my Good Vibes Club fly around the 0.7 mark when I looked and saw that the strategy thing just seemed to have played its course. So I'm bullish on the team, very bullish long term. I just was became super bearish on the short term price action when I saw the strategy token had like 0.1 ETH in it, and as far as like ability to buy, so basically it couldn't buy anymore, and it had so many listed. Actually, I will segue. We'll do a quick look. This is not a shot. Please don't take us wrong. I love the Good Vibes team. I love the club. I'm just being very real and shooting you all straight. The strategy thing is cooked. I love the attempt they made. I love the effort they made. It didn't work. The flywheel, someone threw like it's like the meme or the kid's riding a bike and sticks the stick in his spokes. I'm not saying they did that, but it's the flywheel is broken. It's not spinning anymore. Let me share here so we can talk through it. So yeah, I sold my Vibester, sold my last couple of Good Vibes Club, and I do plan to re-enter. I do plan to buy another one. Everything I knew about, and I don't know everything about charting. There was just almost no scenario where the price didn't continue to go down before it hits bottom and goes back up. You can see here, I mean, it's not good vibes club. They're all down, minus Ape Strategy and Dick Strategy, things you can say only on Coffee with Captain or another crypto show. But you can see most of them are on the token side are bleeding out. The Vibester down to 3.49 million, the Punkster down to 56 million. If we go further here, you can see the wallet is only holding 0.43 ETH. So they could buy one Good Vibe Club right now. If you remember, like a week or two ago, they could buy like 15 days worth of Good Vibes Club at the rate they were buying it. It actually says it needs 0.299 more to trigger the functions to process the mechanism forward and earn a reward. Yeah. So long story short, the wallet is currently holding 642 Good Vibes Club. That's nearly 10% of the collection are locked in this wallet, which sounds like a good thing, right? It is, until you realize that those are also all listed. They're all listed at 10% or sorry, 20% more than what they bought them for. So while they buy one at 0.43, they're relisting it at like, I don't know, 0.5, give or take. The challenge is a lot of these were bought so much higher. So what I saw happen is you just have these huge sell walls. You know, they've sold 254. They still they're holding 642, and there's just massive sell walls to where it would take, I don't even know the math. It would take a massive sweep. It would take a whale coming in. They're not dumping into bids, but they're also, the listings just continue to grow. Again, I don't know if anyone else has any thoughts on strategy. I'm not trying to yuck your yum or FUD anything here. I just, I wanted to be transparent, and I saw the thing look like it was the end was near, and in hindsight, it was a good move to, I think I let one fly a little above 0.7. I think the other one was maybe like 0.69 or 0.65, but in hindsight was a good move. Not always right timing the market, but this one seemed like the, and I would have shared this. I think I did it like on my way out to the Ape Fest as I checked, and I saw this. I saw the wallet was basic, or I saw this. Yeah, the wallet was basically out of ETH, currently holding 1.13. Can't buy anymore. It's got 642 listed. That's just not good for momentum. And I think you probably see similar. Yeah, I think we started seeing it with Punks maybe first. Started getting more listings there, and floor started dipping a little bit. I don't know how this plays out. You know, it may be a while before these, you know, on the Deedster strategy, you know, it ran actually close to where it ran up to. You can see it's already holding 559 NFTs that are higher than the floor price. You know, some is up to like almost 0.2. It's just like the momentum's a hell of a drug, and it goes both directions. So it's exciting when they're buying and sending things up, and then you realize, oh, it's going to list. It's not just holding these in a vault; it's listing all these. So the floor becomes, you get massive sell walls that it gets people. If they're calculating flips, when you calculate the either the royalty or the fee on the token, the math doesn't math too well. So, anyways, that's my thoughts on the strategy, the flywheel. Certainly still rooting for the team. I plan to re-enter Good Vibes Club. I don't know when. I have not even looked at where I think the floor goes to, but I don't see it, or really. I honestly, I don't see any NFTs catching a bid for a while. I think we are a meta away from. Yeah, B-Epic says maybe Spencer was right. Hindsight is easy, but yeah, I think I don't know. I mean, the Good Vibes Club did fine. They made a bunch. What do we factor? Several $100 grand, maybe $1 million of royalties during that period of extra trading and stuff. So I think they did just fine. I'm not saying they regret their move. They're going to be just fine. I do believe that. I would be curious to get their take on how do they feel now? Would they prefer to? And hey, they still could launch their own token. I know they said they were going to put everything behind this. At the end of the day, if the thing goes to zero, I think it's still, there is still a world, there's still a scenario where they can launch their own token. It's possible. Maybe not, but Yeah, I Can't Trade says you can't have a flywheel when ETH and BTC are down. Every NFT down. It's leverage and farming. That's called supply control. 19 billion liquidation in 1 day matters. Nothing is up. You're ignoring the macro environment. I'm not ignoring it. I hear you. I agree. I'm just saying when every single NFT is down, it puts additional pressure on these strategy tokens. It's again, momentum works both directions. It's just like I can shift topic. I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings on the flywheel and strategy tokens. This is my read is I don't know even if NFTs get a bounce. I think because you got so much supply now listed, it's just going to be longer for these collections to catch real momentum again. So yeah, it is what it is. Another good example, and we'll talk possibly here today to maybe flip the tone from bearish to bullish, is one of my favorite brand coins. Nice little bounce on the day. You can see wrecked down 1% on the month. We look at the daily chart, up 20%. It actually had peaked up about 24, 25%. It's pulled that back a little bit from the pump. Alts, NFTs, they're just going to move more violently both directions. So when majors are down, your alts, your NFTs are going to go down, probably more than the majors. They also can bounce a lot harder and a lot faster than majors. Now, maybe they give back the entire pump. Maybe it keeps pumping. By the way, anyone who had the Jupiter gold, anyone who bought the Jupiter liquid gold, I don't know if you can see mine over there. There's the hoodie I may put on in a second, Von Front. But right behind it, you can see the liquid gold. Those did arrive, and I've not opened them up yet. Not tried it's a pineapple flavor, I believe. But I do need to run back to. Run back to the UPS store where I get them, where my post office box is, because the staff asked me about, like, oh, we've been waiting for you, because I was gone over the weekend. They all said, oh, we've been waiting for you to come in, because we were curious how they call them energy drinks. So talking about branding, it's just sparkling water, but everyone there thought they were energy drinks. I think that's bullish. But they're like, we had to ask, are these good? Do you like these energy drinks? I'm like, oh, they're great. My brain wasn't working, and I didn't. I should just open one up right then and gave him one of the packs. I did not. So now I'm going to have to go back and you know what? Since I'm talking about, I also picked up something else at the UPS store. I'm not going to say it on the recorded space, but anyone who's a fan of like gummies or butter, hit me up. I'll introduce you to someone who's a legend. I'll just leave it at that. What's your all thoughts on NEUKO? How do I say it, Jammer? That's my thoughts. How do I say it? NEUKO? NEUKO AI. I don't have any thoughts. I don't know what it is. I think someone sent me a Von Frunten. Shout out Von Frunten. Sent me a rabbit or one of them. I think. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're building. Is it an NFT? Do we know that? Or is it a token? We'll get Austin, the team, on here when they're ready to talk about it. But I've not been in, I don't even know if they have a Discord. If they do, I haven't been in it. Yeah, I know it's the former Doodles team. It's Austin and a few other people that used to be on the Doodles team. But what is it? What are they building? I don't know. Something to do with AI is what my takeaway, but is it a fungible token? Is it they have these badges out currently that are NFTs, I believe. Yeah, it's just hype. That's and hey, do the thing. It's obviously working. Those things are selling for more than I expected. So the hype is working. It just doesn't do it for me personally. I'm just not. I want to know what I'm like. I felt very comfortable locking up funds in a MegaETH ICO that I can't touch for 12 months because I know what they're building. It's not a farm. I know exactly what I'm getting. I know exactly what they're building with upside, right? I know the baseline, and I'm very bullish on the team. And that's what I'm looking for. There's so many opportunities in crypto. I think maybe more than we've ever had before. They're very different types of opportunities. We don't have a free NFT mint every day that we could flip for 20 grand in 24 hours, but there's a lot of opportunity to get in early, to be a actual investor, that excites me. This sort of stuff excites me far more than speculating on some NFT that we have no idea what it's going to do or what the team is building. We're just doing it purely on hype and speculation. Get your money. To anyone who's enjoying that, do your thing. My dry powder is limited, and I'm choosing in my time. More importantly, I'm not in the mood to chase a bunch of things, put in a bunch of time, energy, resources, and capital on speculation and hype. It's just I have almost no appetite for that anymore. And I know that it's probably going to cost me some big wins as well, but I'm choosing to focus, put my time and energy into things that I have at least a good idea of what they're building, and do I think it's going to be something that has sustainability beyond once the hype dies, because the hype will die. And so I think it's really easy to create hype in crypto, maybe easier than any other industry on the planet. It's also, I think, the easiest industry on the planet to lose hype. So it's easiest to build, it's the hardest to keep. It's easiest to build hype and attention, it's the hardest place to keep hype and attention. So, I would love to have them on. Happy to support what they're building. I like the team. As far as where I'm at, I'm not looking for unknown speculative things to throw money or time at the current moment. Let's go, Joey, and then we'll get Jambert in here. Joey, GM, sir, what brought you up?
GM, so Von Front sent you a snake. So if you were in the first wave of, I guess, what their selected supporters, you got a rabbit. If you were in the second wave of their selected supporters, you got a moth. And then they airdropped the snakes and moths. I'm sorry, the rabbits and moths snakes. I was a moth, so I got one snake. I believe the rabbits got two snakes, and you could sell them. As of yesterday, you could have sold your snake on secondary for like 2.5 to 3 SOL. But there's obviously speculation that they want you to actually distribute the snakes. Well, they said to distribute them, but people are speculating that if you sell versus distribute, then, like your rewards or whatever won't be as good. So, a lot of people in the war room distributed their snakes to other people in the war room who never got a rabbit or a moth. So that way they can become, they can be a member or whatever it is. I believe somebody posted in the war room yesterday that they have a Telegram. I know they don't have a Discord, and I'm not 100% sure they have a Telegram. They might have posted about somebody else launching a Telegram, but I think it could be them. But yeah, there's a whole lot of mystery and speculation right now. If you didn't get either a snake, a moth, or a rabbit, I think snakes are still selling for like 2.5 to 3 SOL. Moths selling for like 4.5 to 5 SOL, and then rabbits are around like 9.5 to 10 SOL.
That's wild.
As rabbits are the first wave of, like, the first people they gave access to, technically.
Good for them. That is that's awesome. In a world where, correct me if I'm wrong, have we seen this sort of like speculation pre-reveal like this for a while? I can't think of one. I can't remember one.
Yeah, it's been a while since we were just airdropped something and people just started to sell it like this. But I think there's
when you mentioned, like,
I'm trying to think what else. Looking back at like what Loop did, where Loop with Dunk, where it was like you got accepted and then you nominated 2 people and so on. This is kind of similar to that model, except they're doing the nominations via like an NFT, right? So instead of just in order to get nominated to join the community, somebody had to send you a snake. Is kind of like what they were leading at. Like, hey, if you think this person could be a good member of our community, send them a snake. It's a cool nomination mechanic.
Yeah, I shout out to Von Frunten. I got this is my snake here, snake badge number 192, rank 3. So basically, Von Frunten gifted me $400, right? Like, I can accept an offer right now for this.
Pretty much. Yeah, you could sell that snake. I think for isn't it like 2.6 or 2.7 SOL right now?
Looks like 1.967, but
it dropped. Okay, so yesterday it was like over 2.5.
but yeah, I mean, look at these sales: 1.89. Here's one that's a moth for 3.1, 2.7. This is, I mean, it's kind of exciting. Like, good for them. There's very few listed, and while I may not be in the, I'd like to know a little bit more about. I'm not hating the game. I understand what they're doing, and it's working. So hats off to them. Congratulations on creating some hype and excitement, and hopefully some, like, it's also, I also appreciate the gamification, right? The fact that, like, it's making those that got these, it's making you think, do I sell this thing and pocket my money? Do I give it away to someone else because I think it's going to lead to more benefits or rewards for me down the road? I appreciate that gamification. Maybe I'm just jaded. Maybe it's PTSD. I just hope there's something else, right? And I believe there is. Because I know they were working on something. I know they were working on Dream Data Doodles, and I know they.
I think that's the running joke, right? Because it's however you pronounce it, AI, and I think part of the running joke is it's AI. It's an AI project, and DreamNet was supposed to be an AI project. So the joke is like when they left Doodles, they took DreamNet with them, and maybe this is it. Who knows? But it's definitely something related to AI. Like, you wouldn't choose a handle NEUKO_AI if it wasn't AI, right?
Correct. Yep. We're gonna get Jambert next, and we'll get Von Frunten in here. Von Frunten, by the way, I think you might have gifted me the most valuable asset in my Solana wallet at the moment. So, big baller here. My Solana. It's between that and the. Nope. Yep. I think this is now flipped. I sent that I had 500 ape coin in there, but I think that has even been flipped now by certainly been flipped by this the snake badge. So, look at me. Before you know it, I'll have a 4-figure Solana wallet, and I can go hang with the degens in the trenches. Jambert, GM, sir, we don't get you up here often. Always a pleasure. Appreciate you jumping up this morning. What brought you up?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for bringing me up here. Yeah, I'm usually in the abstract chat. So, and then saw you guys were talking about, I piped it up in the abstract chat, and you guys started talking on it here. So I step up. No, it's a lot of hype. Yes. A lot of mystery. Yes. We don't really know what it is, but it's different. So there's they've been releasing these videos, and there's a lot of deciphering. So you have to decipher what the videos are. There's a website that has a login page. There is a Telegram. If you're a holder, you can enter the Telegram, but you have to be a holder. No, it's kind of like an invite only special Telegram. So, but yeah, to that note, there's a lot of hype on it, a lot of creativity, which I haven't seen in a while. With just people just creating content, which is really good in this space, which we need a lot of creativity, which is kind of cool. So yeah, that's my little 2 cents of what I know.
Awesome.
I just saw it a couple of days ago, and I'm like, well, this is intriguing,
Yeah, no, I appreciate you bringing us up to speed. Appreciate the update, and yeah, I hope this is taken out of context. I'm not knocking them. I actually appreciate how they're going about it. It's working. They're building hype. They're building excitement, bringing back some of the things that were fun early on. And yeah, I'm not gonna sell the stake. I will ride it out and see what they build with this thing, and hopefully there's something there that actually catches on. And I think if that were to happen, we just need one to kind of bring back some momentum, some, I say that I don't know if we actually ever see a full like NFT minting season. I think it's going to be very deliberate, few spread out opportunities, but hopefully if we have one that does well, it maybe leads some more to taking shots on a similar vein. And I think it's a slippery slope, because what I don't want to see is it leads to the grifters coming back and doing the hype excitement and generating a bunch of royalties, and then not having any plan and just nuking the thing.
Yeah, agreed on that. Yeah, I mean, hopefully this isn't something that's a big hype and then it just fizzles out. They were saying, at least people are saying 2021 vibes. And to that note, it's not many new people, just old heads, trying to bring it back, bring that vibe back. Hopefully there's new people, because that's what we need in this space. We need some new some new blood, you know?
Yeah, and that's the challenge, right? Who in this space can do something like this and the hype, the speculation, get people who aren't here excited? I don't know the answer to that. I don't think anyone knew is coming in, and I don't think a speculated hype or speculated mint with unknown is going to do it until some of them maybe start working, and then we see. I just don't know. But you're exactly right. I think new market participants would benefit all the entire NFT space at large. Von Front and GM, sir, thank you for the snake and the unrealized $400 that I will probably ride to zero and round trip that one as well. But GM, sir.
GM, you know, I figured I owed you for that Apimon egg that you got back in my wallet on my birthday the other year. So, you know, consider us even now, I guess. No, so I think so one, for anybody who is like wanting maybe a little deeper view into, you know, what I'm going to call it NEUKO team is doing. Honestly, like follow Austin's newsletter. He puts one out like once every week or two. He's just a really good writer, but like he's not giving you alpha on the project itself, but he is talking about kind of the building process that they're all doing. So I've been reading it. I mean, I've been a fan of Austin since, you know, he was at Doodles. I think he's incredibly intelligent. He moves very, very intentionally, and so it's just kind of fun, like, you know, builder to builder, to see what he's doing in this kind of, you know, now that he's like in full founder mode. But like here's the thing that, you know, you talk about like high quality hype and speculation versus low quality kind of hype and speculation, right? And I look at what they're doing, right? Like, so the first thing they did is they actually introduced new IP. They got this little, I think it's like G-Boy or whatever, you know, character, like, you know, running around with little devil horns and the you know, the red cape. And so it was like, oh, fun. Like, everyone loves fun little new characters. You know, it's kind of why we all got excited. We're all a bunch of adults, you know, LARPing around as, you know, monkeys and Lord knows what on the internet. So it kind of tapped into that kind of like, you know, fun and excitement thing in it, right? Then it was community curation, right? Like you had to go DM, they had to pick you, they had to say, are you in the first 250 or the second wave or whatever? You know, they made you feel special. Like I think it was literally like Austin, Greedy, and Squinch manually DMing 1,000 people saying, welcome to the club. And then not only did they do that, when you got welcomed into the club, for those who were in those first 1,000, you got a link to a meme catalog that had hundreds of G-Boy memes. So you could proliferate the IP immediately as you entered in, right? And then now, because we all have, you know, ChatGPT and Midjourney and God knows what else, like we can go, you know, a lot of people are going and having even more fun with it. Then it was, oh, hey, by the way, I'm going to airdrop you something that, you know, to Joey's just point, is going for hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. So out the gate, you get free money. Yeah, it's not a ton. It's not like, you know, it's not the $10,000 airdrop, but they gave us something for free. You know, go back to, you know, one of the things we always praise, you know, Rec Guy for. Rec Guy was a free mint. Rec Coin was a free airdrop to Rec Guy holders. Equity in Rec Brands was given to free to holders. Like it was like, they're not making us buy something up front. If anything else, they're giving us something of value up front that they don't have to do, but they did it, right? Then it was invite your friends with these snakes. Then it was, we're going to go meet in Telegram. If you remember when Austin was still in Doodles, you know, he was a huge bull on Telegram, just given the scale and scope of that, you know, app and how it's used globally compared to things like Twitter. So I think it's just, you look at it, it's very building block by building block, very intentional of what they're doing. They're putting in some fun mechanics. They haven't asked us for a dime yet. I assume they will at some point. But they're establishing the trust in the community and the lore and everything first, before then saying, hey guys, there's going to be a mint and it's going to be X amount, and, you know, get your whitelist, kind of stuff like that, right? And maybe they don't even do that. Maybe this is it and they're going to make their money some other way. But I think, you know, when you look at everything that's going on, all the launches, you know, there's very few that kind of stand out that seems like the team has a plan and they're doing things very, very intentionally, and they're giving before they're asking. And this is one of them. And so that's what's got me excited about it.
Awesome. No, I appreciate the take. Appreciate the update. I just joined subscriber 342. So if you've not yet gotten that TG, it looks like looks like you can still get in pretty early. I need to spend. I say this. I still need to spend more time in Telegram. I'm very much a noob there. Like I just joined. I got approved, but I don't actually even. Oh, there it is. Sorry, it took me a minute to even find the actual NEUKO channel. But in now, and yeah, well done to the team for creating some hype, excitement, and actually love to see that they are these things are trading. Like people are buying. There is some demand there, right? Like the for a free drop to be selling for multiple SOL, it's definitely not nothing. Definitely not nothing. So yeah, well said. Getting some love from Jambert as well, and I hope they do well with this. Joey, go ahead and get back in here.
I think it also helps that it's individuals that have a good reputation and people respect in the space. You know, to your point about like the hype mechanics, like you were saying, Von Frunten, you know, it's a little different for me, at least. It's a little different if it was, you know, some unknown founders that have never launched anything and we have no idea versus, you know, this group of guys. And I think because they've spent so much time in this space and because they're respected and known, they understand how to do it the right way, which then also gives us a little bit of like confidence and security in what's happening versus, you know, a couple of years ago when it was who knows who it was popping up and, you know, we're going to the moon and, you know, we're flipping Bored Ape and you're like, who are you? But people would still speculate, right? And 99.99% of the time they got wrecked. So I think it helps that it's a group of guys that are respected and people know and have put their time in the space.
Yeah, I agree. I just, again, I'm being honest. It's definitely my PTSD. I really hope there's like they've got something there, and it's not them. It's my PTSD from things like DreamNet, you know. And again, it's not fair to hold that against them. It's just like there's been from Cairo to DreamNet, and I mean you can probably pick any to Abstract August. I'm not taking shots. I'm not fudding. It feels like there's been a run of like downs of overpromising, under-delivering from leading brands in crypto and Web3. And I know I'm going to upset someone. That's how I feel. And so like when there's this speculative nature, it's more of a turnoff to me than it's something that's exciting to me. And that's like the opposite way I felt back in, you know, like you said, it's like 2021, 2022 vibes. Stuff worked. It's just we got to see the follow through. So I really am rooting for this team because I think if they do deliver, it could breathe some life back into this world, this environment that is NFT mints, and whether starting with free or low price mints. Otherwise, right now, without seeing something, I am more leaning towards, you know, the ICO portion of this space as opposed to the NFT flipping. Does that make sense?
I mean, I'll be the first to admit that when Good Vibes Club was minting and it was minting really, really slow for 0.069, I had the same PTSD vibes where I was like, man, do I really want to spend money on this? And then if it doesn't mint out because of that, and now look at, you know, so, and I'm not saying this is going to be anything like that, but I totally get what you're saying about the PTSD vibes with some of this stuff.
Yeah, it's a great take. I same exact thing with Good Vibes Club for me. I ended up minting a 5-pack, but it was like I was like debating. I was like, I'm just gonna mint one and support. Like I love the team. I thought they were doing great things. We had them on. I got the honorary. Like it was a no-brainer of a mint for me, except that as I hit mint on, so it was 5 at 0.69, so call it 0.35 ETH. I was doing so with the accepting that I'm probably burning 0.35 ETH. And I shouldn't feel like that. Like the team gave me no reason to believe that. And by the way, they've certainly delivered. And even though floor price is down slightly this morning, one single Good Vibes Club is selling for more than what it cost them in a 5-pack. The PTSD is real, and I think it's going to take many more teams that operate like Good Vibes Club, like hopefully Nuki here has some success, NEUKO has some success. We start seeing a run of these to where we can start putting some trust and faith in teams that are doing it to use NFTs as a fundraising mechanism. I was really, really bullish on this in 2021, 2022. Felt like it was somewhat of a paradigm shift and a way for not only for startup founders to raise anywhere from a few $100,000 to a few $1 million as like a seed round without giving up any equity. It also felt like a way for market participants to participate, fully knowing we weren't getting any equity, we weren't getting any actual stake in what they were building, but you were likely to be rewarded if you were early in support of those teams one way or another. And talking to flywheels that stopped spinning, ultimately that was just, it got too grifty, too much got extracted, and there was too much hype, and it went from raising a few $100,000 to like people were raising $50-60 million with nothing. And so yeah, hopefully we can get back to that environment. I don't know if we will. We lost Von Front, and I saw you had your hand up there. You fell off stage. If you want to get in here, go ahead. But otherwise, we will keep things moving, truly rooting for the team, and appreciate the inclusion. Go ahead, Jim.
I got one last take if I can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what I think is different, which I have not seen, is people collaborating together, like solving these puzzles. I know it's time and all, but it's bringing people together. It's building a community.
Yep.
With just little hints of speculation, and it's intriguing, and we haven't seen that in a while. So that's why I'm kind of intrigued on this, and kind of like, all right, what's going on? But I feel you though. If it's PTSD, it's real. We've all been there.
Yeah. No. Well said. And yeah, they're moving right. They're doing a lot of things that have worked well in the past. I see we've got Beetle coming up here, who is playing the NEUKO game. We'll let Beetle get in here with any comments on NEUKO, and maybe someone can tell me if I'm pronouncing it right or not. But NEUKO GM, I assume that Beetle GM, I assume the NEUKO conversation what brought you up this morning. Is that accurate?
Yes, thanks. The NEUKO conversation. Great. Good morning to everybody, man, and good morning to the community. We got almost 300 legends in the TG from yesterday, so that's great. With them just straight opening the TG up and getting everybody in there who has a badge. Man, it's dope. I've been rocking with the NEUKO community for a couple of days now, and man, the community's great. Everything is, with the G-Boy, everything is popping out, and how they doing the puzzle pieces is pretty dope. So, and shout out to you, bro, for hosting this space. Like, what the fuck is NEUKO? Bro, NEUKO is NEUKO AI. You got to add the AI at the end of it, because I feel like that's the whole thing of what's, going to push the traction, and it's going to push that based on why people want to buy NEUKO.
No, I appreciate you coming up and sharing. Appreciate the enthusiasm. Do you have any guesses on what they might be building? Do you have any guesses what NEUKO AI might actually be?
It's gonna be some type of. I feel like they're gonna come out with some type of AI project, AI like a video content thing where you can make these videos. Something like what is it, Bilo? They just dropped with the Planosaurus. I don't know if you've seen that contribute they did.
Kibu?
So basically,
You're talking about Hibu?
Yeah, Jibu. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So
Hibu,
something like
Hibu.
that. Yeah, Jibu. Yeah, but better. Like, I feel like they're gonna make something like that, something AI, with videos, and it's a lot of expectations is going on right now. But since I've been in the community, I've been hearing a lot about that. I've been hearing a lot about the badges might transform into something. It's like a lot of speculation, but I feel like they're staying on that AI, that content, type of video type of thing, illustration. So that's my kind of take and my kind of guess where it's going right now. What's your thoughts on that?
I would second what he said. Like the introduction of this new character and the AI at the back. It feels like it could be some type of IP character, IP building. Not to like be funny, but kind of like what they were building over with DreamNet, right? It feels like it could be something with that. With how Front said they made sure to introduce this new character, this NEUKO boy, G boy. Maybe it is going to be something where it's IP building and
that's
with
thing.
AI.
That's the main thing. The IP, like the IP of it, is just is dope. G boy, I can see that going so farther than just what we thinking about or what they're trying to build. And if you look on what the owners already done and what they already stamped in his face, and the people they know, the people they around, like that's enough really to get bullish on the team and see what they're doing and see what they're gonna pop out. What they did with the doodles and the artwork and just how they just shot that out and they worked with them and on the team. Like that's enough right there to kind of be bullish on NEUKO. And if you're not bullish, like you just gotta wait and see and pop out. Like we haven't had this type of excitement and fun in the NFT scene in a minute, where it's bringing the community together, people having fun, they're trying to crack codes with the videos they got. Like we just haven't had it. And I feel like this NEUKO can break that NFT cycle. And as you see, it's like already I've been like kind of deep diving since I've been in NEUKO, like looking at other NFTs and what they're building and seeing them come out, they roll out, and bro, they taken a little, like one came out, it was like 0.1, so it ran up to like 1.4. So and they kind of took a little thing out of NEUKO book. So you can already see, copycats trying to do things what NEUKO is already doing, and it's fresh as new. Nobody really knows what's going on. We know the team, we know the community, and really, I'm bullish on the community and I'm bullish on the team. Like the community showing up, it's all over your timeline. You can't miss it. You can't see you haven't seen a NEUKO G boy on your timeline, because I know you have, or your friends is talking about it, or it's just blatantly on the timeline. So man, I'm here for it, and I'm glad you hosted this space. I'm kind of late. And I'm kind of busy. I'm in traffic, but
good, man.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah, great to connect. We go live here every weekday from 8 a.m. Eastern time, and I've been running for a few years. And this is one thing that I'm not even exaggerating that it is bullish. I can't think of the last time we talked about a project or a brand, or I put it in the title, and I had not one but two individuals jump up on stage. We're going to go to Sins next. But I had two individuals jump up on stage who I've not yet connected with. Neither of us follow each other, and yet we have a few hundred mutual follows. So Beetle and Sins, I don't know how our paths haven't crossed prior to today, but just based on our mutual follows, I can tell both you've been around the space for a while. And this is really bullish. I don't know how to actually put a finger on it and explain why it's bullish, but the fact that there's market participants in different, I guess, set corners of this niche part of the internet, that it is very rare that I come across anyone that's got a couple hundred mutual follows that we've not yet connected with, let alone two in the same day, both passionate about a new project. And I don't know what to do.
Straight passionate, bro. Straight passionate. And it's like, we haven't seen this in a minute. We haven't got this excitement on Solana with the NFT in a minute, So it's just that the NFT excitement again, and it's bringing the community again. Like I done jumped out the trenches. I'm a trader. I be in the trenches so much, and this kind of like once it hit my timeline, I'm like, oh shoot, let me dive in this a little bit, and everybody do your own research on when these projects hit. But hey guys, I gotta go. I would love talking more, but I got donuts with Dad at the school. So.
Good man, good dad. Well, great to connect today, Beetle. You're welcome back any day, and appreciate you jumping up. Let's go to Sins. GM, I assume you got invoked to come up with this NEUKO conversation as well.
You are spot on, man. You're spot on. First of all, good morning. I appreciate you having me up, man.
Yeah,
how are you guys doing?
Doing great. Thanks for joining us, GM.
Yo, I'll be quick. I know you probably got a bunch of people and other topics to talk about, but I am that guy who, for the past 4 years, have just been waiting for an NFT to actually cook and follow through with what we, kind of fell in love with for 21. It's simple for me, man. It's a team that has proof of work. They've actually put thought into the marketing rollout. You can just tell the vibes are everywhere. It's a small collection size, and the most bullish part for me was they just airdropped everything first. They didn't have to mint. They didn't have to do all this stuff to pull funds together for their build. They just delivered a project with a workable collection size, 1, 2, in comparison to everything that's still putting out 7K collections, 6K collections in a space that I don't think is needs that size.
I agree.
And it's what you said earlier, man. We haven't, I'm not following you on, so thanks for calling out, following the host, obviously, but it's the people, I started on ETH and now I'm on Solana. It's funny how things end up, but I'm reconnecting with a bunch of people like Sav, Odeka down there, like people I remember running the NFT streets with back in the day. I'm reconnecting with, and a bunch of Solana people and Ethereum people just really truly vibing together for a same project. It's not ETH is better, Solana's better, blah, blah, blah. It's just a bunch of people. The community, you can truly tell, has been curated in a strange way, ironically, with a free airdrop, in a very good way. That's probably my biggest selling point. The team has proof of work, and you can truly tell the community has conviction in whatever is being cooked, because I have no clue, man. I'm assuming it's AI focused, but I'm here for it, man.
Yeah, great take, and I really do appreciate y'all coming up and sharing your because, like I said, I've seen it, I've not dove deep, and I'll say I came across a little too harsh because I don't know what they're doing, but how they're going about it, it's the right way. Like everything, some of the things you just mentioned there to double tap on is smaller collection supply, airdropping it, like not like where I would probably push back if they were doing all this, creating this hype, this excitement of unknown, and not really sharing what they're actually building, and then going and minting this thing for like 3 Solana. Like if you're going to create hype and excitement and speculation based on unknown, this is the way. Low supply, curate your community, airdrop the thing. I'm not even going to probably get into MetaMask this morning because I might get a little spicy on that one, and it's a deeper conversation. So I'm gonna punt that for another day on how they're going about their farm. We don't want to be farmed. We're exhausted. Stop farming us. If you want to farm our attention, that's fine, but do so with a reward up front. Do so with something up front to get us excited, not farm us and then, oh, by the way, give us 3 SOL to buy this digital asset. You have no idea what it is. So again, really appreciate you sharing, and it's the conversation has kind of flipped my, from I wasn't bearish. It wasn't doing it for me to where just in this last 70 minutes here, it went from I'll pay attention, but I'm not really excited about it to I'm starting to get a little bullish and kind of excited about how they're building. Still having no idea what they're actually building, but the way they're doing it is I'm rooting for them because this could be the way. If they're successful, I mean, like Diabolito said in the chat earlier, we're already, and someone either Sins or Beto just said it as well. We're already seeing copycats. There's going to be more. Most of those are going to go to zero. Like that. Like I think what really makes this work is it is a team with proof of work. They're known commodities in the space, and the assumption I think of many is there is really something there. There is really something of substance beyond these digital assets that are just trading around today without really knowing what's there. Joey, go ahead and get back in here, and then we'll go to Barry and then Machiavelli.
I remember what I was going to say now. I mean, this is not that dissimilar to what MegaETH did, right? Like they completely curated who was going to be able to purchase a fluffle to make sure that they got the people they felt were going to be their supporters through it all. Granted, these aren't soul-bound. We didn't have to pay for them, but I would wager at some point the rabbits, the moths, and the snakes will have to probably buy something, right? Whether that's, getting in, does that get you in to a token at an early FTV? Does that get you, a discount or early access to the next, whatever the NFT is or whatever? So not that dissimilar to how MegaETH curated their community with a small collection of, a group of individuals handpicked. They're just doing it a little different. But that's what it made me think when you mentioned MegaETH earlier as well.
Yeah, fair. How they're going about curating their community. I would say the big difference with MegaETH, we know they're building a blockchain. We know what the blockchain is about, what their unique selling proposition is, or their how they're differentiated, and we don't know any of that yet about NEUKO. But again, I'll give them some grace in the sense that that's okay, right? If they shared everything, there wouldn't be probably not as much hype and speculation, because people do like the unknown. They do. I'm just keeping it very real. I've been hurt. Like, I have real PTSD on this sort of stuff, and I need to get past it, because I know if I don't, it's going to cost me opportunities when a team comes along and they don't just take the money and run. And so yeah, this is a group I'd be happy to get behind and support. Barry, GM Jambert is concerned about which way you're going to take us here this morning, but Jambert over in the abstract chat was excited to see you on stage, and he said let's get you in here for a good laugh. GM Barry.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. You guys don't know which way I'm going. Is it up? Is it down? Mr. Chris, come on, give Barry Larkin a little bit of a chance.
Also, wasn't it Barry Larkin? When did you change to Barry Larkin?
Oh no, see, Chris, we're just doing a little Quentin Tarantino revert. Yeah, this is pre-Linda mode. Yeah, this is like me, but earlier, but in the present time, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, there was a Mr. Linda. He was like a doodle, and then next thing you know, I went back in time and I turned into Barry. And it's like, oh my gosh, my gut, I feel it. Am I going back to 2021? The proof of work is in the pudding. And it's like, did you take the pudding out of the oven too soon? And you just put it in a different oven with a little good boy pulling it out? I'm not so sure. Here's the thing. I got a little bit of PTSD myself. But then I was like, hey, someone gave me one of these little snake badges, and I said, yeah, I'm going to stand up. I want to be part of the community. So from this point forward, I'm the leader and commander of the snake badge community. So if you guys want to follow along and be a good boy, just let me know, and I'll just plug you into Barry's AI.
I tell you what, we are, if it wasn't the two individuals who just joined the stage, neither of us are following each other, and we've got a few hundred mutual follows. If that wasn't bringing back the 2021 vibes, Barry bringing back the alternate personalities in faux voices and accents on Twitter Spaces to hype and promote a new project. We might be back, fellas. We're here dancing on NFT's graves yesterday. NEUKO and Barry Larkin and crew might single-handedly be bringing back the pun intended, the good vibes for NFTs. Machiavelli, GM, I know you got the box head on your head. I know you'll be minting Boximus, probably max minting here today. Did you come up to talk a little bit about Boximus, or are you also excited about NEUKO AI? GM, sir.
Not too long ago, a Coda relic crashed through the roof of an Amazon warehouse onto a pallet of Amazon Boximuses, and Boximus was born. No, I'm here to talk Boximus, man. I'm so freaking excited. Do we realize that Amazon is coming on chain, and they're putting their first Voyager on 8chain?
I realize this, but can we just bottle up like the last 15 minutes and like
absolutely,
not
absolutely. I didn't mean to take it.
This was 2021, 2022. Every single day, there was someone talking about a new project. What do we mean to like? This show, Coffee with Captain, came to be because it was just way too much going on. Couldn't keep up. I go to bed at like 7:30 p.m. All the crazy free degen mints would happen overnight, so I'd wake up at 5 a.m. Scanned 80,000 discords to try to figure out what I missed. And I said, you know what? Let's just.
Did Asia dump on our heads while we were sleeping?
Did Asia jump on our heads, or were they buying all of our JPEGs? And so I said, hey, I'm gonna have my coffee. I'm gonna open up a Twitter space. Can someone jump up and tell me what I missed last night? What are we minting today? What are we looking forward to? And more often than not, it came with people doing some silly voices, or just like you could sense the real passion and excitement about whatever was coming next. And I'm not one for Discord calisthenics or doing crazy stuff on the timeline to get whitelists and allow lists, but man, if we start seeing that come back, we might in fact get an NFT season 2. Machiavelli, back to you though. Tell us a little more. I did pin up top the other side, official other side tweet talking about the drop today at 10 p.m. Pacific. I also have James Hall's quote tweet that gave some more specifics about how you're going to be about that. I assume you're minting your 2 boxes.
Listen, I'm minting my 2 boxes. My mom's minting her boxes. I got the kids missing school today. They're minting their boxes. No, I'm just kidding. They're at school. But no, I listen. I don't know, man. Like, we waited for moments like this in 2021 and 2022 when metaverse was the selling topic, and it was all the rage to go Decentraland, Sandbox, all of these things. And at the end of the day, a few made it through. The FUD, the eco, the bear, all of those things, and we're here, man. Like at the very fucking tip of the spear, ready to charge. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't be more excited. With I don't really, I feel like it hasn't set into people. Like had this been happening a couple of years ago, everybody would have been like going nuts. And it's kind of like, oh, really? Like, it's real now? Oh, what? Like, all the shit we talked, like, it was for nothing. What? Like, and listen, like, the community is strong. And I'm excited about this, Cap. I don't know any other way to put it. Like, I came up doing the funny voice because, like, listen, one of the things about me is, like, when I see Boximus, I just want to create a story for him. Like, I want it to be that, you know, that Coda Relic went through a damn warehouse window, landed on some packaging, and all of a sudden, 2,000 of these things spawned up and headed to the other side. You know what I mean? Like, I live like a kid like that. And I wonder how Jonah Hill feels about some of this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, as he's watching this in real time, we're talking about Mr. Web3 gaming. And like, you kind of see it. Like, I think what Yuga's done the best out of all of this, and like what we were able to do in Las Vegas with this, the other side IRL stuff, is we made Web3 gaming feel like it wasn't Web3. And I think that's what Yuga's done really is by pairing with Amazon, by dropping this type of an NFT right off the bat, Voyager, you know, like with everything else coming, this is just phase 1 to ramp up and really like launch us into a stratosphere like that nobody's ever seen before in this in crypto, like, because this is crypto, whether they want to believe it or not, whether all of it's transacting on chain and all that, it just doesn't look and feel like it. And I think that's the evolution of this game. And when I say this game, I'm talking about our ecosystem as a whole. Like, that's the evolution of this. And man, I couldn't be happier to be a part of it, man.
It's exciting. I love the passion. I love the energy in your voice. I also appreciate you calling Jonah Hill. I'm not sure if Jonah Blake has been mistaken for Jonah Hill previously, but now that Jonah Hill,
did I say Jonah Hill? My bad.
Now that Jonah Hill has lost like 100 pounds and is like 80 pounds soaking wet, he is getting mistaken for Jonah Blake. So I'm here for it. Let me ask you this, Mac. What are you like? Do you have any takes on what Boximus may be, other than an avatar and other side? And hey, I'm not saying that's not enough for the price point. That's plenty. But what do you think comes of this? Is it simply an Amazon created avatar? Do you think there's more coming? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think that this is just a taste of what's to come. You know, when you think about the open, evolving world that we're going to be stepping into, that has, you know, 100,000 stories who've yet to be told and stuff like this, like this this monumental partnership, really. But what seems so small to so many, this 2,220 collection, is just the start of something that, you know, like, what if Ronald McDonald has a Voyager next? You know what I'm saying? Or we get all the McDonald characters. Like there's anything is really on the table when you look at this. And depending on how, you know, the gaming community reacts to this is the direction we're going to move. But if you look at gaming right now, everybody is being groomed into this direction, from Roblox to Minecraft to Fortnite. The only problem is they don't get to own anything. They get to pay for everything. They don't get to take nothing, retain it, resell it, or anything like that. So, and I'm not saying that for every game. I know you can like pull out certain instances where there's backside markets and stuff like that, but like where everything is right there in front of you, peer to peer, all of that, like that exists now, and it's going to change everything, whether people want to realize it or admit it or not. And I think that as the rest of the world catches on, we're going to get those creators that we need, because that's what Roblox has done so well. That's what the other games have done so well, is they've brought those creators in. And I think that that's what, you know, we're going to do. And that's what this partnership kind of represents, that right there. You know what I'm saying? And listen, you know, Amazon, call me if you want me to help you develop the story of Boximus. I would love to.
I love it. I love it. Well, we're going to go to Joey next, but another quick indicator. It's like, you know how there's the Bitcoin indicator of if we hit the cycle top or not, and like one of 87 metrics is hit. So it's like showing no signs that we've actually hit the cycle top. Another thing that is an indicator, we talked about, you know, people jumping up and having, you know, fun voices and playing into a brand theme. We've talked about other, you know, new people with hundreds of mutual follows connecting for the first time. The other leading indicator that we might in fact be back is we just had for the first in a while, we had an adult personality attempt to come up on stage to shill their OnlyFans page, and that's been a minute. So we are, something's heating up, something's in the water, either that or NEUKO and Amazon Boxmans gets people worked up.
Send me a DM.
Joey, GM.
I can't. Machiavelli, you're crazy. So for those of us that are not in the ecosystem, like, give us a little, I'm just trying to help the conversation here. How much is Boximus? Who gets access to it? Is it first come, first serve?
Anybody with
what
Amazon
are the deals?
US. Yeah, anybody with Amazon US, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure if you have a Prime account, you know how to shop on Amazon. Only go to the official links put out by Yuga.
Wait, so I don't have to be an ape holder.
Brother, you don't have to be nothing. You could get
So I can just go race to try to buy one of these.
Hit the blockchain. Yes, you can. But listen, you're going to go to the link provided. You're going to be on Amazon US, and you're going to put 2 items in your cart, and you're going to pay for them like you would on any other Amazon transaction. And then
DM me these links, Machiavelli.
Well, listen. As soon as this happens, then you will receive an email with codes for each one of your Boximuses that you purchase. If you purchase 2, if you purchase 1, those codes will then be redeemable in the other side. So you'll go to launch.othersidexyz with that same email that they sent the codes to. You'll log in. It'll throw you in world. There'll be a claim page, which is not live yet, but there'll be a claim page. You'll be able to put in that code, and it'll automatically mint your Boximus to your Glyph wallet on ApeChain.
Well said. Yep. So as Machiavelli just described, I pinned this up top as well. It's a supply of 2,222, $65.99 per edition. It's a limited 2 per basket, and it goes live at 10 a.m. Pacific. Follow the Other Side official account for the minting link. That will go live again at 1 p.m. Eastern, and it is today. It's only for Amazon US customers. So our global friends, if you're international and you want one of these before they hit the secondary market, you need to reach out to one of your US friends and have them mint for you.
I will mint for any international person at a 10x.
There you go.
Listen, I'm offering a 3x right off the bat. If you don't want to mess with the secondary market,
2x. All right,
2.5x.
2.5x.
I'm trying my another sign we're back is there we go. My X was breaking. I wasn't able to scroll down to see who's on stage. We're back. I got one other thing I want to hit on this morning before I let you get all out of here. But before I saw we got AO up on stage. AO GM, what brought you up this morning?
Hey, good morning, bro. First off, we got like close to 700 mutuals between each other, so I just shot you a follow. No, I just came to because I saw NEUKO running on your space, and I figured I'd come say hello and maybe share how I got into it. Unlike most of the people who are in this space, I never got the whole airdrop. I actually joined on my own. I copped the secondary and I joined. There was a reason behind that though, right? For me, it was just 3 things, right? There were no paid promotions, there were no collaborations for whitelists, and there were no cabals, right? And what happened afterwards for me when I joined in was I realized there was a lot of people that I lost touch with, right? In terms of networking that was already on this project, which was like a bullish flag for me. People from, communities that I'm in, including, Azuki, D-Gods, Mad Lads, even other Ds, right? Funny thing. So for me, it was nice to see a community being curated manually, right? Where the founders and the team actually took the time to understand certain team community dynamics, right? So what happened was basically after the airdrop, right, there was a nomination phase, right? Where pre-existing members who's gotten the airdrop, right, they got the opportunity to curate their community, right? Being a 1500 collection, that's a really good move in my mind because I feel when community curation is done right, it acts like a proper bullish pivot point for any project, right? Because you know your community, you know their intentions, and you basically have a good product fit, right? At the end of the day. So for me, after I joined, I was completely blown away, right? Because here you have a whole bunch of people, right, who's pretty much who doesn't have a clue of what's going on, but they came together as a cohesive unit, right? And they banded together and they started pushing this to the point where this thing just flooded my timeline, right? And me, like you said, have been rugged a whole bunch of times by the whole kumbaya mentality that a lot of projects just try to reinforce, which really doesn't follow through. And I pretty much gave up on the whole art aspect of NFTs, and I just shifted to the whole community, where it's DeFi, and case in point where I just joined Mad Lads and I kept stacking and stacking, and they're a beautiful community. But then when I saw this project, right, it just brought that little vibe that I missed out when it came to lore, art, and the whole community building, and that's what kept me going, because you got to understand this space is all about attention retention. Okay, if you can't retain the attention, it's not going to go through, right? And for a project to come this far in this little time, I find that as a bullish precursor, right? So for me, I'm in my lane, I'm happy, I'm not overexposed, but um at the end of the day, I have nothing to pick out on them, right? Because they've been as transparent as any project could be.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you sharing. And the other thing I might take away from this morning, well, now that marks three individuals that jumped up on stage after I changed the title and include NEUKO, that we've got hundreds of mutual follows, but neither of us had connected yet. So great to connect to you as well, AO. And that's my other big takeaway is while others have attempted to do this in the past, this really does seem like a project that could be merging different communities. In particular, a lot of people that maybe are predominantly ETH and some other individuals that maybe been predominantly Solana seems to be like a good melting pot for the ETH and Solana fanboys. And hats off to the team for curating a community that seemingly is wide and deep. Go ahead, Machiavelli, get back in here.
I just wanted to shout out Waka Flocka. He's in the building. He's been back in Web3. We are so fucking back.
I'm bummed.
We're back.
I saw him out at the Ape, the Complex Con booth at Ape. I'm bummed we didn't meet in person out there. I would have loved to say hello and shake his hand in person, but looked like I had a good time at Complex Con, and yeah, we are indeed back. Machiavelli, anything? I think we covered the mint details on Boxmas Day. Again, go give the Other Side account a follow. They'll send the official link out at 1 p.m. Eastern. Don't rush. It is a limited supply, but don't click any crazy links. Anytime there's mints, anytime there's mint days, I saw someone else that's been in the space for years just got fished on the MegaETH pre-sale because they didn't click the official link. Like anytime there's anything happening where money is moving, know that it's a attack vector. Scammers will create fake links. They'll create fake links. They'll promote or sponsor the they'll go Google AdWords and they'll get pay-per-clicks. It'll be at the top of your Google search results. Just never use Google to click a link. Go to their official accounts, whether it be their X or their Telegram or their Discord, and only click official links and double triple check before you go connecting any wallets or entering your credit card information. Amazon should be easy. You most likely already have your Amazon account, so I would just make sure you get the official link. And when you click that link, you should already be logged in, assuming it is Amazon. Last thing to cover on this morning, and then we'll let you all get out of here probably a little bit early. If you missed it at the beginning of the show, Steve has a special top secret project. He's working for a government contractor for the next 30 days. I kid, but he does have a special consulting project he's working on, and it's requiring a big chunk of his time and attention and brain space. So taking a little sabbatical, but he'll be back. Just going to be off the show for about the next month, and then we will reconvene. So look for some rotation of some special co-hosts, as well as continued special guest in the meantime. And it is wrapping up the show today with a big win. We were let down a little bit yesterday with the Monad box opening on day 2 after a big day on day 1. Seeing the timeline, it looks like things are rebounding here on day 3. So I'm going to do it live on stream for good luck. Even though it didn't bring me good luck yesterday, today we're going big. So, Ayo, I saw your hand fly back up. We'll go to you in a second. But before we do that, I need you to give me 1, 2, or 3. Which box am I opening first? We need the 2. 2? All right. Here we go. Big one. Like 100,000 Mon or Mon. Higher, higher, higher. All right, we'll take it. Not even the gold one. So this is not even the highest one today. 23,000 was higher than any yesterday. So good start to the day.
What are you doing right now, Cap? Like, what are you opening? Like, so, like, I got a nice Mon allocation too. Like, I was like on the fire thing or whatever. But are we opening packages now? Did you go to like reveal or something?
Did you miss the first 2 days of box reveals, Machiavelli?
I think I probably did.
Oh no. I don't know if you. Yes, definitely go to claim.monad.xyz today and claim your boxes for today. I don't know if you can go back and claim the boxes for day 1 or day 2. The good news is that it seems that day 3 is going to be the largest allocation. So you could be okay, but I think you might have missed on day 1 and day 2. Bad couple days to take off Coffee with Captain. Not to make you feel bad, but you'll make it.
No, I was late every morning, brother, trying to get like this. Listen, getting back in line from Vegas and like back in circle with the kids and stuff. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the little one was late yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been crazy because I already work weird hours, so just trying to fall back in line to get the schedule back in check has been.
I hear you, man. It's been a while. I wasn't expecting it, but as I mentioned, 2 days this week, I slept in about 2 hours later than I normally do, and it threw my whole entire days off. Like, I'm such a creature of habit, especially morning. My first like 5 hours of every day is almost like locked in. And when any of that is off, the rest of my day ends up being like just a scattershot mess. But Joey, do we go box 1 or box 3 for the second one?
We should save the third box for last because it's probably the biggest. So I'm going to go box 1.
Box 3 is going to be the biggest because this is also not gold. Give me another 20,000 here. Higher, higher, higher. Oof, I don't like that. Okay, so far AO is the big winner. Joey, I'll give him credit because he did say box 3 is going to be the biggest. So as long as this is more than 23,000, Joey's in my good graces. If this is not, Joey nerf my Monad claim, I will be upset. Be a big number, like 100,000 number. It's bold. Be big.
Yo, I got all my boxes, by the way. I just did the claim and that they're all there.
A golden ticket for, oh yeah. Oh, that's the total. Okay. So you ticket. All right. So 123,000 Monad. What I have, like 90 some coming in today. So another 30,000 on today. Send it to $1. Monad to $1. I'll take it.
Machiavelli, you got to see if you could open up the ones from the previous 2 days.
It's glorious.
I wonder how this stacks up. I'm not going to claim. I will take it. I am curious how it stacks up.
I only got 13,500 cap
total.
Yeah, total. But I'm not a KOL like you, so I didn't get one of those fancy Monad cards.
You didn't. Oh, okay. But when you complete it, everyone gets this day 1 ticket, right?
Yeah, I got a day 1 ticket as well.
Day 1, I got 40K.
All right, not bad.
Machiavelli, the KOL. Look at you.
So if you missed it, Steve and I were talking. I think we set the over/under. I said I would be ecstatic. The people don't moon math. I said I would be ecstatic if it hit 25K. Some people were saying more than that. I'm not expecting that. I think the real number we landed on was like 5K. I think if my math's right, if this comes out at let's say 5 cents, it'd be around 6K. Not a bad day's work at the office for getting a Monad card. So GG's to all that get collected, and good luck on TGE Day. I think it's November 3rd. Am I right? Does that sound right?
That sounds right. Let me see if I can find it for you.
So still though, kind of a letdown. I got teased. I thought today was going to be bigger. That last box was almost nothing. Day 1 was a lot. Day 2 was okay. Day 3 was a little better than day 2, I think. But I can't complain. It's free money. 123,804 monad. Ayo, go ahead and get back in here.
Oh no, I just wanted to tell you, boys and girls, don't worry about the whole boxes thing, right? It doesn't matter if you open it or not. Your pre-sale allocation, I mean, your allocation is already preset, right? This is just Monad just having fun with the whole thing and making you guys engage. So don't be disheartened by your first days and your second days, right? Your allocation is already preset according to your tier, and you don't have to worry about that. And as for MegaETH, I heard you mention about MegaETH, bro, 27x. On what's raised. I threw a couple of bands, but I doubt I'm going to be allocated. I think they're going to look at your socials as well, as far as allocations are concerned. So yeah, GG's on that. Also wanted to ask you about other deeds, because I am actually other deeds holder. I got a multiple of those with some quotas and some.
You got any low numbers? What you got there, buddy?
No comment. No comment. I got real low, but
hit me in the DMs, buddy.
But yeah, don't be disheartened if you guys got a tier. You'll probably get accordingly to the allocation. This is just Monad just having fun, and it's pretty good because they've got a cloud community themselves, and it's always.
What's the golden ticket mean? I just got a golden ticket.
We all got one. I think it's just basically that you get access to the TGE.
Yep.
Exactly. Like participation.
It is cap. It is November 3rd.
Okay.
The TGE.
So I get an extra million mon and a golden ticket.
You won. There you go. GG's.
Yeah, no, appreciate the update, AO. That makes sense that it's like, hey, your allocation's already predetermined. This was just a fun way for them to drum up some attention, get some screenshots, and create a little more buzz on the timeline. Well played. I still think, even especially if that's what it was, I still think they should have ramped up. Each day should have been bigger than the last, just because momentum is real and people's psychological thinking is also very real. To your point again,
100%.
massive congratulations to the MegaETH team. I don't care what you're doing, what you're building, what industry. If you're attempting to raise $50 million and you get 1.3, almost 1.4 billion committed, you're oversubscribed by almost 28x. You're doing something right.
You got to be doing something right.
Yes.
There you go.
How do we think they're going to? Because I know they're going to refund the people that don't get for MegaETH because it's oversubscribed.
Yep.
How do we think it's going to be? Are they going to go by the people that committed the max and then down from there? Like, do we have any idea how they're going to decide who gets this?
Well, there's going to be a campaign.
allocation.
There's going to be a campaign allocation as well. Don't forget that. So whoever participated, you're going to be subjected to that campaign as well. There's I think 2.9% or 2.7%, which you could see on their FAQs. So whether you participated and didn't get allocation or not, you're still going to be on the right for the campaign, right? Which is still a plus point. And I mean, look, guys, 27x is not an easy raise, right? And that's 3 days, so they got to be doing something right? So I wouldn't really, don't be disgruntled if you don't get your allocations, right? You can always still snipe it on TGE, right? And if you think it really has the potential to run, come on, we've minted worse, we've grabbed worse. I don't think there's anything wrong with you grabbing a couple of tokens.
Yeah, well said. And yeah, this is, I got it pulled up here now. This is from MegaETH. The public sale is closed. Total bidders over 50,000. Total committed almost 1.4 billion. 27.8x oversubscribed. Now we allocate. So here's the next phase: allocations and refunds. If you bid under 0.0999, automatic refunds start today. If you bid at 0.0999, and again, anyone who's bidding at the end, you were forced to bid there once it hit that point. You are being reviewed for allocation. Review goes until November 5th, where allocations will be announced and refunds for unallocated users will begin processing. For details on allocation termination during this oversubscription period, please refer to this article by NEUKO. And how they're doing it is, so no action can be taken until allocations are determined. But yeah, it's not just a straight like earlier I said, if you did the minimum amount, you would get about $100 worth of tokens. It's not just a straight pro rata based on how much you put in, based on the total, divided by the total amount allocated. They're incorporating your assets. So if you have a Fluffle, for instance, if you have other, bad buns, I'm not going to name them because I don't know exactly which ones are being taken into consideration, but they're taking into consideration mega investors, people who believed in the thesis and who have invested, whether it was the Fluffles or the earlier round. They're taking into consideration people who use the protocol directly or indirectly, even without token incentives. That's why they built Mega Mafia. And the users that also want to be investors, people who use the protocol, like it, and choose to become active investors in the Mega token. They talked about Reddit's IPO DAO, trying something similar with MegaETH. So they raised money from investors such as Dragonfly and Metallic, along with 3,000 Echo users. Then the Fluffles were an attempt to create an investor base by filtering people who wanted to buy Mega and shared their value. And now, as they get ready to enter mainnet, this public sale, which just concluded, is being launched with Sonar to create space for users and potential users who want to be investors in Mega. This public sale will make non-insider investors the single largest stakeholder in the MegaETH network, larger than VCs and the team. The real community for MegaETH is the Mega investor community, many whom will be active users and ecosystem supporters. Why this is unique? First, you choose the valuation. Again, that actually topped out at the $9.99. The second component is comes into play if it's oversubscribed, which it was, and then allocation method for oversubscribed sales. So this is the unique part. The U-shaped allocation process ensures broad token distribution while prioritizing key contributors. MegaETH and Ethereum core supporters will receive priority allocation, with at least 5,000 participants receive baseline allocation starting at $26.50. So depth, contributor priority, prioritize fills go to participants who've already contributed towards the development of or growth of MegaETH or Ethereum. Breadth, not bread guy, but breadth of the community floor. Majority of users receive smaller fills to maximize unique holders and true community distribution. What counts as a contribution? Public signals that can be verified. So MegaETH culture, proliferation, ownership of mega-oriented culture icons, Fibonacci, the Fluffles, as we mentioned, Bredio, Bad Buns, Meglio, Lemonheads. Basically, any one of these MegaETH-related NFTs, those are being considered. They're leveraging Kaido in the leaderboard alongside Ethos to take into your account your social clout and Twitter and Discord accounts that are advocating for MegaETH and Ethereum, as well as on-chain exploration addresses that have are chronically online, that have been early users, and brownie points for being among the first 5,000 interact with contracts that gain real traction, such as Compound, ENS, Uniswap, Curve, Aave, Lido, Pendle, OpenSea, Stargate, Eigenlayer, and Athena. Also Ethereum DeFi wallets. So if you made meaningful DeFi participation, example being Cap Money, as well as owning Grail NFTs like Punks, Autoglyphs, Fidenzas, Hyper, Pudgy Penguins, Quinn by Larva Lads, Milady Maker, Yappy Bar, and more. So this is, to answer your question, Joey, it's very complex. We don't have all the details, but at a high level, we know that allocation, it's not just going to be based on how much you submitted. As long as you got in the minimum allocation, the rest of your allocation is going to be determined based on your social and your on-chain history and contributions. Questions on that, Joey?
Yeah, I fucked up. So see, I tried to get my dad into this, and obviously my dad has none of any of that stuff, right? He's like 71. What I probably should have done is just had him send his ETH to me and then add it to my pre-sale purchase, because I have a Fluffle and all this other on-chain and blah, 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 blah. So he's probably going to get refunded because he doesn't have anything. So I probably should have done more research versus trying to onboard him into MegaETH that way. Because now realizing it would have just been better for him to send me the money that he wanted to spend on it and me just add it to mine.
Yeah. Yep. You made me think too. I saw like you could also participate as a business or as an entity. I'm wondering, and I should know this, but I don't know how that works from the accreditation standpoint. If one of the principal owners is a accredited investor, does that qualify them? Because we did not do this. Coffee with Captain entity also holds a Fluffle, but we did not participate in the pre-sale with our Coffee with Captain entity. In hindsight, I should have thought through that and would have done it if we were able. I just don't know. I don't know the criteria. I didn't even attempt to get the entity registered with Echo or Sonar. Go ahead, Aya. You know the answer?
No, I think you guys are fine, honestly, because you guys probably have a better chance than a lot of people. Not because you guys are KOs or anything. It's just based on how your social metrics work, as well as how your eat activities. You realize when you joined, right? When you make the profile, they were stressing on the fact to add 3 additional wallets, right? Which had wallet activity, just to prove your presence on the chain and your contributions. And then there's a social aspect where you had to add your Discord and your Twitter. So those metrics will also count, right, when it comes to allocation. And as long as you didn't dip under that 0.0999, you guys should be fine.
Yeah.
And geez, you know, I wish you guys bags. And, you know, even for those who haven't, if you guys have the conviction, buy the token at TGE. It's simple as that, you know?
Cap, have you gone to the MegaETH.fun site yet and played around to see what your fluffle could be worth?
I had previously. I haven't recently though. It's MegaETH.fun. So I'll just share it.
Yeah, then you have to click on Fluffle Round, then unclick Echo Round. And if you put in hypothetically what it could be based on what they raised, you'd probably select something like XLM at like 15 billion. And you get to see how much our Fluffle could bring us.
Yeah, I'm not expecting a $15 billion market cap. If so, that Fluffle is worth about 73 grand. It would be a 27.7x return. But I think something that is reasonable would be like a $4 to $5 billion market cap. So if it opens up at like IP, it'd be 22,000. If it opens up at like Polkadot, it'd be 21,000. It'd be a nice W. And then this round here, the most recent round, let's say if you did the minimum at 2650, that would equate to, if you did both the Fluffle and the Sonar, let me unclick this so we can get it. There we go. Yeah, your 2650 would be worth about 11,000 at the valuation of Polkadot. Again, if you're in the US or you took the 10% discount, you are locked up for 12 months. So you're talking it needs to be at or above those numbers. Well,
is our Fluffle allocation locked for 12 months if we're in the US, or is our Fluffle allocation?
Yeah, I think the Fluffle allocation is not locked, but the Sonar round.
Okay, so only the Sonar round is locked.
Correct. Yep. But GG's, good luck to everyone who got in, and excited for this one. Beyond the round on my bags, I'm excited about what the team is building. Similar to like we were talking about with NEUKO, how they're building, and that's, I think both of these things, 2 very, very different conversations today. Actually, 3 very different conversations. We talk NEUKO, we talk Boxsmith with Amazon, and we talk MegaETH presale with Fluffle. Very different conversations, but I think how each of those teams are moving is just as important as what they're building right now. And I think I could see a world where all 3 of them lead to a kind of a surge, a meta, if you will, in those respective areas. As I said, I think this will be a common way we see teams go to raise funds in the future, very similar to this MegaETH path, where maybe they do a friends and family round, maybe they do a round with curated community, and then more of a public round. I think we're going to certainly see some more stuff coming from Amazon. And then we talk about how Austin and team, by the way, I see Austin out there now. GM, you missed early. You got a lot of fans out there. We put NEUKO in the title, and not 1, not 2, but 3 individuals jumped up on stage, Austin, where I had not been following them. They were not following me, yet we all had well over a few hundred mutual follows. So very obviously all of us been in the space for a while, but yet had not yet connected. And this morning NEUKO brought us all together. But yeah, a lot of raving fans out there. Appreciate how you guys are moving and excited to learn more. As you know, open invite to join us on the show whenever you're ready. But for the time being, we'll jump into Discord. We'll hand out some snakes or collect some snakes and keep tabs on all that's building. But yeah, some real genuine, authentic excitement. We even had an adults only account attempt to come up and show their OnlyFans page, and we had a Barry Lurkin with fake voices and playing a character. So we're bringing back all the 21, 22 vibes this morning. But appreciate y'all being here. My voice is quickly fading. I blame Steve. I'm realizing that it's a little more challenging to talk nonstop for 2 hours than it is to talk in spurts. And my mic is low. My apologies. I'll play around with my setup a little bit. I'm in a different room here, and I know I've got some echo stuff going on, but I will, no pun intended with that. I will, yeah, I blame Steve for having to talk, because normally he gets a little longer winded than I, so I can ask him, do you like water, and then go take a 10-minute break and rest my voice. But
yo, that's hilarious. I could ask him, do you like water?
It's an inside joke. We've truly, like, not even exaggerating. I could ask Steve if he I say this inside because we've said it with him on the show, but I could ask him the question, and no joke, he could stretch the answer into a 10-minute answer. It's one of his unique skill sets, is whatever the opposite of succinct is. He has the ability to turn it on when needed. And he knows when I've got, like, if I got to do a mobile stream drop, he knows he can stretch a 30-second answer into a 3-minute one if need be to give me the air cover. But I digress. I'm just kidding. Steve is a goat, and he will be missed for the next month. But yeah, WTF. What? WTF is NEUKO.
Wait, is he really gone the next month?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. He's on a 30-day sabbatical. He's working on a special project that's for some government contractor. I kid. The government contractor is a joke part, but yeah, he's working on something top secret for about a month and needed to give it full undivided attention during the hours of 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. So we're flying.
So he goes to
It's all to buy a new couch. All to buy a new couch.
He goes to Harvard, and then he disappears for a month.
True. True. All for a new couch. The things the guy will do for a couch. Maybe Monad will get him there, but we will see. That said, again, really appreciate everyone joining us today. If you haven't yet, smash the reminder for Friday's show. It's up there all the way to the right, that carousel. One thing we also didn't get into today is the big update coming from Pawns. I pinned that up top. I'll see if we can get Pawns on here, and we'll do a little deeper dive on what they're doing with the plague and all things there. Excited on a few fronts. Joey is not. So yeah, Joey, come back tomorrow. Let's dive into this. Maybe you can take the co-host seat, and we can take opposite sides, as Steve and I do so often. Yeah, I do just have one frog. So it's like 3 army frogs will become an Exodus frog. So the TLDR looks like a deflationary mechanism. It is an OG decision. That's just OG. It's an OG. It's been staked for multiple years. So I don't know if that does me any good or not, but it looks like I may need to make a decision if I'm going to pick up some more frogs or not. But I will read that. We'll dive into more details. Diablito, if you'd like to join us tomorrow, and yeah, Joey, please do come back if you can tomorrow, and let's talk through both sides of the plague conversation, because I'm catching it live. But in closing, congrats to all the MegaETH pre-salers. Good luck on your allocations. Congrats to all the Monad box claimors. Good luck on your allocation in TGE. And last but not least, congrats to everyone who's got a NEUKO. Congrats to your moss, your snakes, your rabbits, and if anyone, I'm holding that one. If anyone's got one that is burning a hole in your wallet, and you got to get it, you're looking to get it in someone else's hands, I will take another one, and not it's not being sold. So fun chat today. Appreciate everyone who joined us. Appreciate everyone who jumped up on stage and added to the conversation, especially AO and Beetle and all of our new our new connections. That's bringing back some 2021, 2022 vibes for sure, when we're able to connect with multiple new individuals, clearly been in the space and have not yet crossed paths for whatever reason. Also, as I scan through the audience, loving to see all the box heads out there. It's not just Machiavelli on stage. We got Honeybee, we got Jubrel down there, we've got the Aspiring Nobody, we've got Don Vibe, a lot of custom PFPs, in addition to all the NEUKO ones out there. A lot of these Boximus derivative PFPs as well. So exciting day. Vibes are coming back. Board Closet just dropped my my coffee with Captain one, so I will save that, and that'll be my GM post tomorrow. Appreciate that, Board Closet. I'll pin that up top, and I'll play you all out with the image here for those that have missed it. caught me here late in the show, so don't have time to swap it to the PFP. But shout out the board closet there. Appreciate the box head, and I'll be minting my two boxsmiths today. I'm looking forward to supporting not just the ape ecosystem, but I think it's a big move. Amazon entering, bringing their millions of users on chain, and I'm here for it. So we'll do whatever I can to help amplify that within my power. And like I said, we'll be back tomorrow. Appreciate y'all being here. Steve's not with us, but I can tell you what he would always say is that we hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, everyone.
Thanks for tuning into Coffee with Captain, powered by ApeCoin. We hope you enjoyed the show, and remember, nothing we discussed today is financial advice. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and we'll see you soon. Have a great day.
Welcome to the future.